Why don't we bring in a Republican from Capitol Hill and see how many times he's going to vote for this?
Let's bring in
Connie Mack. Connie Mack, congressman from the state of Florida, of course, worked with his dad.
Right.
Great guy. I think, Connie, we worked for a couple of years together. So, Connie.
This is a great deal. You're loving it.
Paul Krugman hates this deal. Charles Krauthammer says it is a great deal. Take it. The Wall Street Journal editorial page says this is a great deal. Take it. Have you checked the rules to see if you can vote for this thing 2 or 3 times?
Well, Joe, first of all, thank you all for having me on the show. And let me just say this. I don't think the American people are looking for a deal or for a compromise. They're looking for a solution to the problem. And the problem we have is we have a deficit of about $1.5 trillion and debt at over $14 trillion.
Right.
And with this plan moving forward, we ensure ourselves that we're going to have over $17 trillion in debt without solving the problem, which is cutting spending.
So are you going to vote against this deal?
I'm going to vote against it. Look, I think that Speaker Boehner has done a great job of pushing this debate, bringing it back to the principles that we believe in. But at the end of the day, I can't vote for something that is going to ensure that we're going to have over $17 trillion in debt without a real solution to cutting spending in Washington.
Well, Connie, there was a deal on the table, the outlines of the deal several weeks ago, where the president was willing to give up approximately $3 trillion in cuts for $1 trillion in revenue by closing tax loopholes. Would you have taken that deal? Because that sounded like a grand bargain.
Pretty good deal.
Well, here's something that's important to remember. Right now, we're going to add about $7 to $10 trillion over the next 10 years.
Right.
So even though that $3 trillion that you talked about, that $3 trillion is over 10 years, we still see a trajectory of spending going in the wrong direction. It keeps going up. We have to cut spending. That's why I introduced the penny plan. It freezes in where we are right now in spending and takes 1% a year for 6 years. That's 1 penny out of every federal dollar. We balance the budget in 8 years. We need to get the American people, the people watching the show today, they want a solution to the debt and deficit problem, not more gimmicks and
But Connie, we've got the hanging is in a couple of days, and you have got to agree to a deal that doesn't cause panic and chaos in not only U.S. markets but in world markets. You know you're not going to get the perfect. Give me the good that you would vote for. Give me a good deal that you would vote for.
Well, again, I just told you the deal that I would vote for would cut 1% a year for 6 years, cap spending at 18% of GDP.
Okay, that can't
balance
pass,
the budget
Connie.
in 8 years.
This isn't the United States of Connie or the United States of Joe. What have you heard over the past couple of weeks that you could support?
I had nothing. I haven't heard anything over the last couple of weeks that I could support, because at the end of the day, Joe, and I think what people are failing to see here is the problem is the debt and the deficit, and we need to get real spending cuts now. And when people continue to do the gimmicks and play games, that's what frustrates the American people. The American people want us to be honest and truthful with them, to let them know that we understand that there's a problem, and cut spending. That is what people are telling me, and that's what people are telling you and your producers and everyone who's watching.
So how many Republicans on the Hill are with you? Do you think there are enough to actually kill this bill?
No, I think the bill will pass. If you look, Speaker Boehner has, as I said, I think he's done a great job in all of this, and he has been able to get the votes for the bills that he needs. He will do that. He'll be able to do that, and the Democrats will also bring the votes to the table, and it'll pass. But my point is we can't continue to add to the debt and the deficit.
All right, Congressman Connie Mack.
Connie Mack.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And say hi to your parents for me.
I sure will.